This month, we're really focused on online communities, the importance of an online community, how to build online communities, how to participate in these online communities. And so it's going to be a really interesting conversation. First of all, I'll give you a bit of an origin story of the Knowledge Coop. So when I first started this company back in 2003, all I wanted to do was teach people 10 people at a time, full week. So in 2003, I would just have people come in the office, and for a week, I would just teach. And I would teach them how to do loans, how to read appraisals, all that stuff. Gradually, as I was doing this, we started seeing some social media stuff popped up, right? So we already had, MySpace. And then Facebook starts popping in. And so when I first saw Facebook, I'm like, this is a really cool environment that we can all talk about things and comment. And so social media started getting to be really big. And I'll never forget, I did this seminar where I was talking about using social media for business. And multiple people in the seminar were like, Ken, you don't understand. Nobody will ever put a picture of their child in an online platform that other people can view. And I'm like, they will. I honestly believe they absolutely will do that. And they were like, no, you're crazy. Everybody cares about their own privacy. I'm like, give it a minute. And then boom, right? Takes off, things start going crazy. So I'm watching social media, in the beginning, and I'll never forget how many pictures of people's food were on there, how many pictures that I would see of going to bed now, and it's like, hey, I'm going to bed, see ya. It was just we talked about a lot of things because nobody knew how to use a social platform, right? Everybody was kind of new to this. Had a great day, talk to you tomorrow. It was just kind of weird. So as it grew, the Knowledge Coop, and by the way, in the beginning, we were called Broker Knowledge Group. As Broker Knowledge Group grew and social media is kind of going alongside, I'm watching over there man, I'd love to create something that would give people an environment where they could chat with each other. I started doing online CE, and I was using a vendor at that time, and they had nothing when it came to engagement. They had watch these videos, take this test, you're good. And I'm like, there's got to be something better than that. And I went to this conference called DevLearn. And DevLearn was this conference. It still exists in Vegas. It's an education technology conference. And I'll never forget, I sat in this room. This hotel chain was speaking alongside their technology partner. And so the hotel chain was talking about the revolutionary changes they've made in their communication with their people. This hotel chain's got a lot of franchises. So every franchise owner runs their own hotel. And they were saying they implemented this technology where anybody in the company could speak up and communicate with the whole company. So if you remember suggestion boxes, this is that on steroids. And everybody in the room's like, you let people communicate with each other? What? What if they say something wrong? And it's well, what if they think something wrong and they don't say it? They just hate you and have no way of communicating that. And so what they found is that hotel chain was putting these sticky notes on people's beds, freshly changed sheets. And then people were like, that's weird. That sticky note looked handwritten. Why are you leaving sticky notes? And did you not change my sheets yesterday? Why are you bragging about that? So this was happening. Well, people at the hotel could then message to the corporate headquarters, hey, this isn't working, start a conversation. And gradually they started retaining more of their franchises. The franchises started operating more efficiently. They started getting more business because they were listening to their consumers, and they were able to grow their presence in the marketplace just by listening to their employees. And I came away from that conference, I'm like, dang, how do we create that? I want to build something that would do that. And so at that time, we brought on my business partner at the time was a lead investor in a software company that kind of had something like that. And so I met with him and I'm like, hey, would you guys be willing to build this? And I was able to work with those devs, brilliant developers who then ended up building what we now know as the Knowledge Coop, an online platform where people can communicate with each other, get education, and basically we've got this online community. And so since then, I've been watching people interact in there, and it's a blast. This is also based on this concept, I'm a big YouTube fan. And what I was noticing on YouTube is a lot of times the answer isn't in the video, the answer is in the comments, right? There's a video on how to do this, and then in the comments, somebody goes, well, you know what I also did? And then you start getting this interaction and you get this engagement and you get this community, and people build community that way. Well, since then, a lot's happened, right? Facebook's, obviously a huge deal for those of us my age. TikTok's out there for people to share videos that are not my age. And it's just kind of blowing up, right? Everything's blowing up. So what I'm noticing though, is it can be super toxic. The Knowledge Coop, we are able to keep not toxic because we run it and we can delete and we can do things with comments and we can reach out to people and have conversations. But outside of that, it's really, really bad. And so what I've noticed is I've been doing a lot of research on isolation and social engagement, and a new stat just came out saying that 2 hours or more on social media will double your reporting of loneliness. Like, you are more lonely being on social media than you are not, which seems counterintuitive, right? It seems like, well, shoot, I'm in there engaging with people. Why would I feel lonely? Well, for a number of reasons. One is people show their best selves, right? And then we start comparing our insides with other people's outsides, which can make us feel like we're not enough, like we're just not doing it, like that person's life is so much better than mine. Like, it just can get really crazy when we start doing that. And the other reason is we see the worst side of people sometimes. What do they call them? Keyboard warriors. We start seeing people say things that they would never say in person, but you see it all over the place. And so I do believe in an active social engagement strategy. I believe that you should be out there, but I believe that we should all play by certain rules. So what I want to give you is rules to be successful when engaging socially, when engaging with an online community. First thing I'm going to give you is I would love for you to think first in kindness and love. If you're thinking, would I say this to my child? Would I say this to my spouse? Like, those things that you say on there, start with kindness. If we could all do that, like, I could just stop talking. Like, the world would be better. So when you're posting something, go, okay, is this kind? Is this spoken out of love? I know some people that are like, I love you so much, I'm going to hate you. Like, I love you so much, I can't let you believe that thing that you believe. I don't think anybody's ever made a change in the way they think about something when they were told they're an idiot for thinking that. I don't think that that's the way you do it. And so when you're on there, just be thinking kindness and love. Know that these people are humans. We had a Google review recently that ate my lunch. I was so angry. But this guy said some really rude stuff. I saw it and I'm like, how do I deal with this? So then I read them all. Like, I want to know how people are experiencing our company. And if there's something we could do differently, I'd love to know that. Like, I'd love when people message me and go, hey, what about this? But this one, it got me. And so I looked into it and I'm like, okay, the dude forgot to take his CE by the end of the year. It rolled into the next year. There's literally nothing we can do. And so he hates us. It has nothing to do with us. So we read the comment. We're like, okay, but it says more about the person that posted it that they would attack. So just know that when you're attacking in social media, it says something about you, and just be careful with that. My second thing is participate. Be a participant in these things. I see so many people that are like, oh man, I've watched your videos. I really like that video. I'm like, I've never seen you on there. Like, make a comment, participate, like, be part of that community. It's kind of fun to engage with things. And just so you know, when people post stuff, it's really fun instead of liking to be like, wow, that was really impactful and here's why. So participate by being part of the answer and the solution for people. Engage with them. Really love what you're doing. My friend Michelle Berman-Michael has some really cool coaching on how to utilize social media to actually engage with more people and build more relationships. She's rad. You should totally follow her. She's on all of the social medias. Next step is research first. I am a research freak, and I will not post anything I haven't researched. When you are about to post something or share something, do the research to see if it's true. What's happened with AI is we have a bunch of garbage out there that is not true, but it looks really real. There's videos that look absolutely real that are not real. And what I see is people are sharing those, not realizing they're not real. Make sure that you're checking before you repost something, before you post something yourself, check to make sure that statistic is real. I bought the website a long time ago, Headline Nation, because back then I was like, all we do is read the headline, we believe it, but we don't read the real story. And the headline's made to get you to, subscribe or do whatever, right? I love when you click on something, it's like, here's the headline, want more? You got to pay us. Like, I hate that. But that's how they get you, right? They need a headline that's going to catch your attention and bring you in. Same thing with some of these AI things. All they're looking for is clicks. And so they'll put something out there that's fake to get you to believe it, and then you share it. So research everything before you do it. Next step. Use social media to make better conversations in person. So social media is a great spot for you to go and engage with people. LinkedIn's got some great posts. They've got some great research in there. When you're going to a conference, if you're going to a conference or going to a place that people will be, jump on and check some people's social media profiles, see what they're up to. I love it when we can start a conversation because I've been following up with you and you've been following up with me. Like, use it to enhance your conversations outside of that. If you see somebody post something, you're like, oh my gosh, I was just thinking that. Pick up the phone and call them and be like, I was just thinking that. Now we have an in-person interaction, or at least it's over the phone interaction. In person though, when you show up at a conference, be ready with some conversations about some things people had on social media. Don't be creepy with this. This is kind of a weird one because I've had somebody come up and they know way too much about me. And I'm like, okay, now I feel like you're my number one fan. And I feel like I'm going to end up in a cabin in the woods with my feet in blocks, if you know the reference. Don't be creepy, but like know enough about people to have the conversation. It's always nice when you engage with people having known a little bit about them. And when somebody like me, when I put stuff out there, like I expect like people to know that or I wouldn't have posted it. So it's okay to bring things and be like, oh, I heard your daughter's getting married. That's awesome. Yeah, she is. Like have those conversations, but utilize social media to get those engagements in person to make those things even better. And I'm going to leave you with one final thought: authenticity. AI is being used in a way that is just bad. I'm finding myself judging people who are utilizing AI and completely tossing who they are as humans and letting AI lead the way. I do not research on AI what I should be posting. I do not let AI post video for me. I do not let AI write posts for me. I do not use AI when it's a platform that I'm trying to be the most authentic version of myself. And because of that, I'm winning in social media land because I'm not being that guy. We're all going to start hating that guy if you don't already. You're all going to start going, okay, you didn't even make that. Like, that's so inauthentic. This is the chance. This is the best chance we've ever had for you as an authentic human, for you as a person who is real, to grow your influence, to grow your business by being the best version of yourself out in front when everybody else is phoning it in and letting AI do their stuff. You being you is like, has never had more value. And so be authentic, be the true version of yourself. Do not cop out and just start letting AI post things or you will get unfollowed, ignored. People will not like you. You'll see it in the comments because not everybody's kind. You're going to see people start to really attack. And I'm already seeing it. When somebody's being fake, it just gets outed super quick. So be authentic, be the best version of yourself and let that shine. In an age where it's human versus robot, who you are as a human, nobody can replicate that. If you create some AI posts, everybody can replicate that. I had a friend that I was just talking to, they have a job posting that they put up. They got 7 cover letters that were the exact same cover letter. Literally, people went to AI and said, help me write a cover letter for this company. AI can see the company and wrote the same exact stinking cover letter, and these people sent them in. And guess what that means? It means they're not getting hired. They're not even getting an interview. Like if you're really just going to phone it in and not be yourself, what are you going to do when you get here? So be authentic in every online community you join. Be the real version of yourself. Be thinking about like there are real humans behind these posts. Be kind and grow that. Because when we started building the Knowledge Coop, I never knew I would be able to create a community where we could have people in there having positive conversations, engaging and learning, growing each other's knowledge by bringing additional research and doing all the awesome things I'm seeing in the Knowledge Coop. It's pretty cool. When we engage in online communities successfully, we can do amazing things and build each other up instead of tearing each other down. That's your message for this month. In my next podcast, you're going to see me talk to Matt Graham, one of the few people who's built a successful social community. It's still a struggle, but he does it and he's doing a great job. Until then, I'll see you in the coop or I'll see you on the next episode of Lessons from Last Time.